Do you ever feel like manifestation is just another thing on your to-do list that you don't have time for? Like your spiritual practice is something that you have to do? Honestly, you're not alone because I felt that way too. Something that's really changed my relationship with manifestation is blending it into my lifestyle so that no matter what I'm doing, I'm also manifesting. I call this manifestation as a lifestyle, and it's single handedly made the entire manifestation journey more enjoyable for me. And I've seen my desires show up with a lot more ease. Manifesting as a lifestyle has made manifestation go from feeling like a task to something I just naturally do because it's who I am. If you'd like to learn more about this, I've created a step by step guide for you. I'll link it in my show notes so you can check it out. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Affirm It Express. My name is Pyle, and today I'm going to share with you some affirmations that will help you surrender to the unknown. We know that surrender is a huge topic in the manifestation world, in spirituality. I think half of our efforts are learning and trying to figure out what's the best way we can surrender. And I think there is so much beauty in learning how to surrender. And I think it's a lifelong journey. I think at one point, surrender can look like just relaxing. I think the other time surrender can look like forgiveness. I think at another point surrender can look like completely just not thinking about it. There are so many angles and views of surrender. There's no one size fits all approach. And so I wanted to share some affirmations that can help you surrender to the unknown. I feel like the unknown, that lack of knowing, the lack of exactly how is this going to happen, when, that all of these questions that come up, sometimes the best thing we can do is to surrender. So these affirmations are perfectly intended to help you surrender to the unknown and just navigate that feeling that can be really, really frustrating to deal with, but it's okay to have. And I think if there's anything you can take away from this episode is that it's okay to not enjoy surrendering right away. It is not always very fun. And hopefully these affirmations can make it a little bit easier for you. So the first affirmation is I inhale trust and exhale control. This format of affirmation where it's like I inhale something good and I exhale something heavy is one of my favorites because you can pair it with your breath. And so in a situation where you might naturally feel a little bit more panic or a little bit more discomfort, you can pair the affirmation with actually, as you inhale, thinking of trust, and as you exhale, releasing control. I think it's a really cool way to pair like your physical as well as your mental and even energetic aspects. So that's why I made the first one. I think adding in trust, releasing control, it's an age-old phenomenon and a concept we're all trying to get better at, but that's why I like pairing it with our breath. The next affirmation is the unknown is safe and it's allowed to be better than I expected. I think there's this thing, this underlying thought that we all have is that we know best. And I think that's amazing. Love the confidence. But sometimes that can get the worst of us because we are trying to control every aspect because we think we know best. But sometimes it's so freeing to give the universe a chance to show up better than we could have imagined. And it's actually mind-blowing what happens when we do give up that control and trust that maybe the universe is better at thinking of some things than we could never even fathom. Because maybe you are selling yourself short. Maybe you are playing too small and the universe wants to give you more in a better than life kind of way. So that's where this affirmation is inspired from. And the last one is, I accept this discomfort with love and transmute it into surrender. This one's honestly just acknowledging that surrendering is uncomfortable and that's okay. And using that discomfort to be another way to channel surrender and another opportunity to channel surrender. Because I don't want to downplay the fact that surrendering is always easy. I've been in multiple situations as recently as this week where I didn't want to surrender or I was kind of forced into it and it felt uncomfortable, and that's honestly okay. And that acceptance of the discomfort I think is very freeing. So feel free to repeat these affirmations after me. I'm going to do 2 rounds, or you can write them down. However you want to work with them is totally fine with me. I inhale trust and I exhale control. The unknown is safe and allowed to be better than I expected. I accept this discomfort with love and transmute it into surrender. I inhale trust and I exhale control. The unknown is safe and allowed to be better than I expected. I accept this discomfort with love and transmute it into surrender. I'm so curious to see how you feel after really repeating these, and come lean on these when you feel a little bit lost or just a little frustrated of how is this going to happen? I don't know how this is going to happen. And you're filled with the knowing that you need to surrender, but you don't know where to start. Affirmations are the perfect way to kind of get you into that mindset. When you don't know what to actually do, affirmations are such a helpful tool. So I hope this helps you when you need it. And thank you for being here. I'll see you next week. Bye.